I'm back.
Yo, I'm back with another ranking video. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Shouldn't have left you without a ranking video to step to. I just want to send a shout out to everybody out there new. Uh, Appreciate the support. We're on our way to 500, and then we're gonna climb that threshold of getting to 1,000. But steady progress is always good, so I'm not tripping. But look, I got a question for all you guys out there. What Avenger movie sucked in your opinion? Because in my opinion, I think there is one that I just dislike. I dislike a lot. But I just said to myself, I watched these movies the other day, and just thought like, which is the weakest one? And after giving it some thought, I came up with my ranking. So let's just get into it. Number one, well, the worst Avenger movie. That's the weakest one. That's the worst one in my opinion. Is Avengers Age of Ultron. Yep, that's right. Age of Ultron. It was good. It was in a prime when Marvel was doing their thing, putting out good content, good movies. Marvel was on their A game. You know, the theaters was always packed on opening weekend. Age of Ultron is a good story, but to me it just fell flat. You know, it is a good introduction to Vision and Ultron, but I just thought the third act was just really weak and flat. It is one of my favorite Marvel movies during their 10-year run, but this has got to be the weakest thus far Avengers movie. Just because of the plot, and it was just weak. The directing was good. The foreshadowing was good. Because I know there was some scenes that referred to Endgame. You know, when Tony Stark was looking at all the Avengers die off and stuff. That was foreshadowing, and I like that. But overall, I think this movie was just weak. I thought it was weak. I just couldn't. I mean, I can watch it, but it's my least favorite. Let's just say that. All right, number 3. Let's go. It's Endgame. Yeah, I know everybody's like, oh, Endgame. Endgame is a good movie. It is a good conclusion to the original Avengers. But I just thought it was just too damn long. Which I don't mind long movies as long as it built to something, which is okay. But I just thought some scenes were just unnecessary, like that scene where Hulk is taking pictures with those kids or whatever. I thought that scene was just unnecessary. And there's a lot more that I can name. But overall, I do like the story because that's when, you know, boy Tony Stark dies and he get to see his father in the past. I thought that was pretty cool, you know. Overall, though, I just thought it was just too long. But it is one of my favorite Marvel movies, one of my favorite Avenger movies, my third favorite. But I think Endgame comes in number 3. I just thought it was just too long, and it was just a lot of unnecessary fluff in there. But with that said, what is the second one? Well, it is the original Avengers movie. I honestly learned to appreciate this movie more after Endgame, just because of it's the original one. It's what set the tone, especially the beef between Captain America and Tony Stark. You know, it seemed like they foreshadowed everything in the future as far as like the beef between them, you know, the conflict. And also Captain America said something. He said something like Tony Stark wasn't the one to make the make the sacrifice for the team, and ultimately he did. This movie, like I said, I appreciate it after. It's just one of those movies that you appreciate as time goes by. You know, now during that time, I thought it was probably a little bit hokey, but you know, after Endgame, I went back to this movie and it's like, wow, you know, it was just the beginning of everything. You know, all these actors definitely had they had chemistry on film. That's what I like, and that's really hard to come by these days. All these actors had chemistry, so I guess that's what really made these movies classic, you know. Um, but yeah, they're classics. But this is my second favorite Avengers movie. I think it's the second strongest in my opinion, just because of the foreshadowing it did between Captain America and Tony Stark. So, of course, my number one Avengers movie, and I think in pop culture is the best one, is Infinity War. Why? Because the bad guys lose. Yes. And this was a little bit darker than the other ones. I like dark movies, so they took a lot of risks with this movie. But I definitely like this. Although I didn't like when Spider-Man was crying. He said he didn't want to go. He didn't want to get blipped. I just thought that was kind of goofy and unmasculine for Spider-Man to be crying. But I definitely like Endgame because, like I said, Thanos won. He snapped his fingers and he wiped out 50% of existence. And he got all the Infinity Stones by all means necessary. Even though he was going to kill Tony Stark, and Doctor Strange was like, no, I'll hand it over. I hand it over. I thought that was really good. It foreshadowed a lot. And like I said, these actors in these movies, they had chemistry. Like they all had chemistry. So I definitely like this. I think it is the strongest Avenger movies today, because I know we got one coming out next year, with the new Captain America. So, well, not next year. I think it's 2025, I believe. So we'll see how that go. But I think Infinity War is the strongest Avenger movie, just because the acting, storyline, and of course the bad guy won. Sometimes it's good that the bad guy wins. I like movies like that. And I just thought it was executed really well. The direction and everything was executed. So that is my ranking. It's short, it's brief. But what do you guys think? What is your favorite Avengers movie? Do you agree with my ranking, or do you disagree with it? Or comment below, share your thoughts, and always remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're on our way to 500, and then we're going to grind hard and cross that 1,000 subscriber threshold. So this your boy Don T, aka the Harsh Critic, the coolest channel, the coolest review channel on YouTube. Yeah, I said it, and it will be. So like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share your thoughts below, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.